Well, Arizona, I figured I'd be making this video on you guys eventually because, well, let's be honest, you weren't really that good from the get-go. Starting things off this season, you had Kyler Murray, your best weapon offensively. He was down for a good chunk of the beginning of the season due to recovering from an ACL tear, and it was not looking good from the get-go. I mean, this season was already written off as a loss before the season even started. But I want to focus on the bright side here. I mean, let's be real. Everyone's going to be talking about how negative they were on you guys because it was doomed from the get-go. But you guys showed fight, even when you didn't have Kyler Murray. When you had everything to fight for, you could have just sat down and, did nothing. But no, you fought hard. You did everything you could to try and make sure that you could try and fight this season. You put up a 4-point loss to the Commanders, a 3-point loss to the Giants. You beat the Cowboys by 12. Yeah, you lost to the Niners in embarrassing fashion, and the Bengals kind of blew you out, followed by the Rams and Seahawks. But then you played well against the Ravens. You had your ups, you had your really good weeks. Those are the big bright spots. You played well against Baltimore. You played well against the Cowboys. You played well against the Texans. You have played well against some quality opponents. Now, you have those weeks, but then you also have some tough weeks where, losing both of the Rams games while putting up a combined 23 points. Not looking great. The Niners kind of blew you out of the water both times. But overall, you look like you have a solid building block. You have a solid foundation to go off of. And let's be real here. I mean, this year was a really big year for you to gain draft capital. You have gained as much as you could. You are looking potentially potent in the next couple of years. Now, it's going to take some work. It's not going to be a gimme and you're competitive. But you have a definite sense of direction. You have an ability. You can go multiple ways with this pick. As it stands right now, it looks like you would have the 3rd overall pick. You can either go and draft a new quarterback, or you can go all in on Kyler Murray and get him some help. I mean, you're going to have Chicago at number 1, New England at number 2 right now. So you could go out very easily and potentially get Marvin Harrison Jr. if the Bears go quarterback. You can get yourself some help on the offensive side of the ball. You can get your help on the defensive side of the ball if you need that as well. You have so many options you can go. And you have the luxury of being able to say, okay, we have a good quarterback. Do we want to try to get a great quarterback, or do we want to build around this good quarterback for the long term? I really would envy your situation as another team's fan. I mean, even though the season was a loss for you guys and you really didn't have much of a sense of direction, you fought hard and you showed that heart. You showed you were able to continue the fight and continue the ability to make something happen with nothing. So really, I'm being positive. As a Rams fan, I'm being positive about you guys, and I like your situation as a threat in the years to come.